17. Silman. And Silman roughed up. He'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage as Curry and Howard combine on the tackle.
You know, it's when you're a Kansas State player and you're facing a team like TCU, there's so much pressure on the offense in situations like this in a red zone series, 2nd and 10, because you got to score touchdowns. You start kicking field goals and they start blowing you out of the water because they're so potent.
2nd down and 10 at the 17. Fielder wants to run it, finds some room, picks up the first in the end zone, touchdown, K-State. What a patient run by the junior quarterback.
You called it. It's about patience. And when you're going to pull a tight end and a fullback, he's got to allow this defensive end to get all the way up the field. Watch Huebner wait for those blocks to take place. Then he gets behind him, and he's home free for the touchdown. What an amazing block from number 38, Winston Dimmel.
Extra point good. 12:51 to play in the second quarter. Kansas State battling.
We don't have to worry about predators like
Jim Harbaugh is doing something special, partner, in Ann Arbor.
As a look at the drive, 10 plays, 76 yards. More importantly, the time of possession. They kept Trevon working on the sideline, eating up close to 6 minutes. Turpin, watch out, at the 10. Turpin spinning and goes down at the 25-yard line. Now let's check in with Jenny Taft.
Gus, thank you. Arkansas visiting number 8 Alabama. This coming off an interception. Brandon Allen finds Drew Morgan wide open for the 4-yard touchdown. The Razorbacks up 7-3 seconds before halftime.
Well, for the second straight year, Alabama struggling with Arkansas. Arkansas clearly needing to improve after a couple of their losses earlier in the year.
First down and 10 at the 25. Here's Boykin over the middle and a wide open receiver. He finds, and this is Nixon. Nixon still running. Sean Nixon gains 31 yards on the play.
Yeah, another one of these very talented young players. Started the season as a tailback. They've moved him to wide receiver.
And he'll get to the line of scrimmage quickly. Boykin again, lofting it deep and incomplete. Dotson, the intended receiver, he thought he was held. A flag on the play at the 24-yard line.
Nate Jackson's in coverage here. Dotson on the outside, and there's clearly some holding going on, but I didn't think it was.
Pass interference, defense, number 24, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
I thought that Dotson did something that was just so smart as a veteran player. He acted like it affected him more than I thought the contact actually did, and that's just some moxie out there on the outside.
Last week against Texas, 7 catches, 129 yards, and 2 touchdowns with a senior Wyoming transfer from Mansfield, Texas. First down at the 31. Here's a handoff. Green bottled up and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose about 4 on the play. Nicely done, Elijah Lee.
Boy, this offense is just so quick, so explosive. Bill Snyder knew it was going to be a very tough task for his defense to try to slow down this Horned Frogs attack.
2nd and 12. Boykin with time, throws it deep, incomplete, intended for Turpin, who had a step on Donnie Starks. but it would have had to have been a perfect throw for Trevon Boykin.
Yeah, that's exactly. This is what I was talking about earlier. When the wide receiver is right next to the sideline, that's a nearly impossible throw for a quarterback because the coverage is right next to the wide receiver and you can't throw it over his outside shoulder.
3rd down and 12 at the Kansas State 33-yard line for TCU. Boykin fires it and incomplete. Boykin hit as he released the football, and for the second straight time, the TCU defense holds.
This was Marquell Bryant, number 45, that ends up getting the pressure from behind Trevon Boykin. That's really the first time all night long that we've seen the pressure affect Boykin. And now again, any type of kick, whether it's a punt or a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
So here comes Jaden Oberchrome coming in tonight's game, 1 field goal shy of tying Nick Brown's TCU career record of 65. This one will be from 50 yards away. Got it up. And good. Jaden Oberchrome hits a 50-yarder. His career-long 56. And TCU will take it.
Even if it's a field goal and it converts, that is a stop. They've done everything that they've needed to do so far in this game to not only be in it, but be in a great position.
So Jaden Oberchrome with the 50-yarder ties the school record. And he'll send it away. Dominique Heath back deep. He puts back on his number 4. Remember, he's switching between 4 and 87 tonight. Now Heath in the end zone, and he'll take a knee. And once again about Bill Snyder, when you talk to him, and this is my 5th year covering coach, turned 74 on Wednesday, sometimes you feel like you're talking to a philosopher that's the CEO of a major corporation.
That's right.
So when we spoke with him yesterday, we asked him about his team's growth, and he said, we have so much more to learn, so much more to demonstrate. How they respond after adversity is the question. If they can do it once, it gets easier to do it the second time.
I just love his philosophy. And what's interesting for me now is as you look around college football and you've got a lot of coaches that are similar, younger, energetic. Now all of a sudden, that's the norm. And now Bill Snyder comes to recruit you in your living room, and all of a sudden he's unique. And that's become fairly attractive, in particular for players in this area.
1st down and 10 at 25 for his junior quarterback, Joe Huebner. Coach Snyder with some very positive comments about Huebner. And Huebner, oh, he gets decked at the 20-yard line. Terrell Lathan, shot out of a cannon.
Here he comes. He's just going to cross the face of the tight end, and the tight end never gets down to block him. That's Cody Small, number 80. And that's no match. Lathan goes 280 pounds, 6'5", and now that he's healthy, he's one of those seniors. He's one of those guys in the front 7 for Gary Patterson that Patterson believes is going to turn their defense around this year. His play, he's starting to play very well tonight.
TCU has played some of, or all of this season, with 8 projected defensive starters out. Huebner fires deep, and incomplete, a flag on the play. Deontay Burton, the intended receiver, but he was tripped up by Corey O'Mealy.
Here they are on the right side of your screen right there. And boy, that looks like their feet just get tangled up, but
Pass interference, defense, number 31. 15-yard penalty, automatic down.
you know, we didn't have the angle that the official did, and it was very hard to see where the left arm of Isaaku is.
Looked like it was O'Mealy, but they do call it on Ridwan Isaaku. Gary Patterson, very active on the TCU sideline. 1st down and 10 at the 35 for K-State. Klein in motion. Huebner to the far side. Nice throw. Kobe Moore with the grab. He's close to a 1st down.
Yeah, Colby's being forced into action now because it has some injuries. Cody Cook, who was a wide receiver, then had to play quarterback, is now injured with that shoulder injury, and they're saving him as kind of a backup quarterback, and so now they're having to go down the depth chart with Kansas State.
Actually, that's Zach Ruder making the reception.
6'3", 190 pounds from Columbia. Just a freshman, had to burn a red shirt here against TCU.
Hubner, incomplete, another flag. Ruder, the intended receiver, Corey O'Mealy.
Pass interference, defense, number 2. Spot of the foul, automatic first down.
So they get O'Mealy again, second time on this series. He just never gets that left hand off of the receiver, and Ruder very wisely just turns, he kind of stays right there in front of the official in order to draw that flag.
First down and 10 at the 49. Heath in motion. Play action. Hubner deep. Incomplete. Intended for Zach Ruder. Denzel Johnson covering.
Well, they've been so running the football. I think that they feel confident in taking a shot on first down because they can come back, try to run it on second down to get themselves a shorter third down opportunity.
So second down and 10. Play clock winding down. They get it off. Hubner gets outside, looking for a block, and Hubner goes down hard. Remember, he went out of the game last week against Oklahoma State. Corey O'Mealy dropping him there, took a hard hit. Looked like he could have been out momentarily.
Like, we were all shocked to see him actually come back later in that game based on the hit and how he reacted to that hit, but he would later say that he was actually just more surprised than anything and never lost consciousness on the field.
Third down and 9 at the 48. Hubner underneath and caught. First down, K-State. Nicely done. Dominique Heath found a soft spot and Hubner put it on him.
I love what Hubner does here, because when you watch the route from Heath, who's on the right side of your screen, what Hubner does is he leads him away from the defender. So he throws it on his left side away from the defender. That's communicating with your ball placement. And when you're throwing the ball out there, you're telling the wide receiver, you've got defenders on your right. Now you're going to just get down, make the conversion. That's a heck of a throw from Hubner.
First down as Kansas State keeps the chains moving at the TCU 38. And they'll hand it off. Charles Jones with room. And Jones chopped down by Derek Kindred. And he'll pick up a couple. Let's check in with Jenny Taft in Los Angeles.
Well, Gus, a heated rivalry between Florida State and Miami. Everett Golson finds Delvin Cook, 36-yard pass, and he does the rest. Great move. The second touchdown of the night, giving the Noles the 14-3 lead over the U in the first quarter. Gus, Joel, back to you.
Hey, don't look now, but Florida State is what, 31-1 in their last 32 games? That's a good football team.
Here's Hubner. And he goes down. And when we asked Coach Snyder about his quarterback, he said he's bright, has perspective. He gets us into good calls. And I feel that he has a lot of growth in front of him. He has the respect of his teammates. He gives them intellectual feedback.
Well, I think that comes from his coach, Dana Dimmel. You know, Dana Dimmel, who works with the quarterbacks, and Del Miller, more specifically, Del Miller, who works with the quarterbacks, he's just fostered so many good ones, including Klein and Waters.
Look, this one snapped. Kansas State not ready. Flag on the play. Dalton Reisner is the center, and he may have saw TCU jump offside.
Offside. Defense, number 92. A 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
You know, this is a smart play. I know that it It's not caught by the quarterback here, but as he sees that defensive end on his right, he's going to snap it right away. Dalton Reisner is a redshirt freshman. He's taken over for B.J. Finney, who was an all-conference player a year ago. What I love about Reisner, he's a son of a coach. His dad is a high school football coach. He played for him in Wiggins, Colorado, and this guy is smart, and that last play was evidence of that.
First down and 10 of the 28. And they'll run the football. Jones breaks it, high steps, gets there, touchdown! Kansas State. Third rushing touchdown of the first half for the Wildcats.
This is exactly how Bill Snyder drew it up. The game plan is being worked to perfection right now by the Wildcats.
Coach Snyder with an attaboy for Charles Jones. Cantelli in for the extra point, and it's good. Under 7 minutes to play. Kansas State. Much 21-17 Kansas State. And you know, TCU's rushing defense in the bottom half of the country ranks 79th. They give up 174 yards rushing per game already here in the first half. Kansas State rushing for 111 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ian Patterson will send it away. Devontae Turpin, the deep man, along with Kyle Hicks. He's the up back. And this is Turpin from the 9. Turpin with room. A flag on the play as Turpin finally goes down at the 35.
During the return, holding receiving team number 4. 10-yard penalty, first down.
7th penalty against the Horned Frogs, only 1 against Kansas State.
I want to go back to that touchdown because we got a great block here by the guard, but then watch right here because this is the lane that's going to open up as the opposite linebacker, Traven Howard, actually scoots to his left, and that shuffle opens it up. There the block takes place. Now the linebackers are caught up in the wash, and that's what allows the big hole for a touchdown.
Well, first down and 10 of the 15 for TCU. Here's Boykin. Hit as he throws. Picked off. Intercepted by Elijah Lee.
Lee gets the interception, but it's all Marquell Bryant. Here he comes on the edge. He's going to get to Boykin again. This pass rush hasn't been great this year, but we're starting to see signs. There's Bryant, affects the arm, and Elijah Lee gets the pick. And the number 2 team in the country is in trouble, folks.
That's the first turnover for TCU in the last 3 games. Only the 4th interception of the year for Trevon Boykin. Great opportunity for the Wildcats right now at the TCU 24-yard line. Hubner over the middle, caught down to the 10-yard line. Deontay Burton. Everything working now for K-State.
This is what's so difficult is this is a called run play. Watch the linemen. They're going to be all the way downfield. It affects the safeties, and they have to respect that run. He fakes the run, lineman downfield, and he still steps up and throws the ball. This is what's going on in college football. That's why people want the rule changed with linemen downfield from 3 back to 1 where the NFL is. It's far too difficult to officiate at 3 yards.
First down and 10 at the 11. Hubner 8 of 14, 102 yards. but he's been very effective running it in this area. Hubner lost one in the end zone. Burton had two hands on the football, just couldn't hold on. Nicely defended by Nick Orr.
It was pretty good coverage by Orr, but I thought he should have brought this one in right in his hands. Got to catch that ball. You know, this is that time in the game. You've got number 2 in the country on the ropes. You've got a ball right in your chest for a touchdown. Those are things that just have to be converted.
Second down and 10 at the 11. Gronkowski, Jones in the backfield. Here's Hubner. Cut down inside the 5. Isiaku with the tackle. And he saved a touchdown.
He sure did. Another great fake from Hubner. And he does just such a great job of reading those plays out. Whether he's going to give that wide stretch zone or is he going to take it himself and go straight up the field. Boy, he's been so effective on those plays.
One reason Hubner has so much success is because of number 48, Gronkowski. One service has him tabbed as the 9th best NFL prospect. Here's Hubner. Stays on his feet. Fires. Incomplete and a flag on the play.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2. A foul thrown in the end zone. First and goal at the 2.
Boy, they had to cover so long because watch Caraway. Caraway's going to come and he's totally free. Has the sack, but he thought he threw it, so he didn't want to draw the penalty. He didn't realize that Hubner still had the ball, and then when Hubner finally did throw the ball, that's when immediately number 2, he gets caught up. You can see he's kind of holding right there, and now he's going to arrive just a bit too early on the back of Deontay Burton.
That's the 4th pass interference penalty. And some movement. Gronkowski. They'll make that Winston demo jumping.
False start. Offense, number 38. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Boy, some uncharacteristic mistakes from Kansas State so far. You know, for the last 4 years, they've led the Big 12 in fewest penalty yards. That's actually ratcheted up a bit this year. That's already 2 tonight. And then the big drop, the mistake earlier in this series that was in the end zone.
So they'll back it up 5 yards. First down and goal at the 7. What do you want to run down here, Joel, if you're K-State?
Well, that had been so effective with that quarterback run game, I'd stick with it.
Charles Jones in the backfield. They give it to him. Cuts inside. Touchdown, Kansas State. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And how about this, folks? 4:56 to play in the first half. Kansas State on top of the number 2 team in the nation.
This linebacker's going to get caught way outside. It makes it a very easy block and just an easy touchdown for Charles Jones, his 2nd of the night. Watch the linebacker. He steps outside. No reason for that. Jones is inside. As soon as he gives up that ground, that's 6 points.
27-17. Kansas State. 4 rushing touchdowns for the Wildcats in the first half. And you kept saying it, Joel. And can score points in bunches. Trevon Boykin, Josh Doxson.
The most important part, he can't score points in bunches when he's on the sidelines. That's
Absolutely
exactly
right.
what Kansas State has done, is kept him in that high-powered offense over there.
Nate Cantelli sends it away, and he'll kick it short. Fielded at the 30-yard line. Bobble! And TCU catches a break. Kyle Hicks covers up the football.
But for TCU, I think the most important part is we take a look, that short kick just wreaking havoc. You can see the ball on the ground, and fortunate that Hicks is right there for the recovery. Fell right into his lap.
First down and 10 at the 29. flag on the play.
Full start. Offense, number 22. 5-yard penalty. First down.
This stadium, and I know this from experience, is much louder than you would expect it to be when you're in the middle of the field. In particular, once they built this brand new press box, it keeps the noise right down in the middle of the field.
23rd straight sellout, over 50,000. First down at 15, at the 24. Empty backfield for Boykin. Boykin delivers underneath, and it's caught by Sean Nixon. And Nixon wrestled down quickly by Sean Newland.
Very important for TCU to convert some first downs here. You know, they're not so much worried about the deficit because they're so powerful offensively, but their defense needs a bit of a rest right now.
Second down and 12. Boykin throws a screen. Dotson took his eyes off the football. Incomplete. Right now, TCU looking a little skittish, Joel.
Well, you can just see the energy. Kansas State flying around, and a guy who's normally so sure-handed, Josh Dotson, just drops an easy completion. That's when you know that this crowd noise and the momentum is getting to him.
Third down and 12 to the 27. TCU 1 of 3 on third down conversions. Boykin with time delivers deep and incomplete. Knocked away at the last moment. Dotson covered by Nate Jackson, number 24.
I thought Jackson actually had a chance to pick this one off. You know, Boykin believes in Dotson so much that he'll put the ball into double coverage. Dotson got a hand on that, actually turned into a defender because Jackson was right there for the pick. Boy, what a great series for Kansas State's defense. This momentum is palpable right now.
Walsh kicks it away, and he shanks this one out of bounds. As I mentioned, TCU looking unnerved here in the Little Apple. That's a 13-yard punt.
See how bad he actually hits this punt. My goodness, went directly out of bounds. 13 yards and sets up another possession for Kansas State in plus territory.
Actually, it was Ethan Perry. First down and 10. And Huebner runs it with room, gets on the sideline. Huebner out of bounds inside the 15.
Watch both of these defenders get sucked all the way towards their left. One of them has to stay home for the quarterback. If both of them go in to stop the run, now someone's not doing their job. The defensive end is usually the one that's supposed to close down and cover up that zone from the running back, and the linebacker needs to stay home. Very frustrating for a defensive coach in Gary Patterson.
85 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns for Huebner in the first half. First down and 10 to the 14. And they'll hand it off to Jones. And Jones picks up a couple. He has 2 rushing touchdowns in this first half as well.
Well, this defense, they've been decimated by injuries all year, and now they've been on the field what seems like the entire first half. It just seems like we haven't even seen Trevon Boykin on the field, and they've got to be getting tired because not only are they out there for a long period of time, but they're having to go against Kansas State's offense, which has been downhill and physical, leaning on them for the entire first 2 quarters.
Time of possession, 20 minutes for K-State, 7 minutes for TCU. Second and 8 from the 12. Huebner will run it. Running behind Winston Dimmel. He gains 3 yards on the play.
That's at least the 10th or 11th time that Kansas State has taken the play clock all the way down inside of 3 seconds on a running clock. Every time that this game clock continues to run, they're not even close to snapping it until it gets all the way down there where they have to. Just a masterful job by the quarterback, Hubner, knowing that they've got to keep Trevon Boykin on the sidelines, because the best defensive call tonight for Kansas State is when Boykin is sitting down.
3rd down and 5 with a 9. Empty backfield for Joe Hubner. Quarterback draw with space. 1st down. K-State. Josh Caraway with the tackle. And they're not booing, folks. They're hewing.
As they should be. Boy, what great decisions Hubner has made so far here in the first half. And his job made just a little bit more difficult because of the game management that Bill Snyder is asking him to employ tonight.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Quarterback sneak. And they'll get even closer.
Forward progress is stopped short of the goal. 2nd down.
Well, I'll just line up in the same formation and do it again. That's exactly what Winston Dimmel is asking for, the fullback number 38.
And you put those 2 big fullbacks, and you don't see fullbacks very often in college football nowadays, but Gronkowski and Dimmel, 234, 235, leading the way. Hubner, 211. Here comes the quarterback sneak. Can he get in? Look at the push from Dimmel. And that'll bring up 3rd down. Denied by TCU.
Well, that got a great push for TCU. Went over the top. That was number 20, Montrell Wilson, one of the linebackers, and he's who stopped the forward progress. You can see the ball there short of the goal line. Excellent call by the officials.
Kansas State calls their 2nd timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
So a timeout on the field. Right now being sent a message by his mentor, Bill Snyder. K-State, 3rd down, goal at the 1. Hubner, another quarterback sneak. This time he got it. No signal yet. Touchdown. 3rd rushing touchdown of the evening for Joe Hubner.
Winston Dimmel actually came out of that pile. That ball might have been knocked loose in there, but he definitely had control when he crossed the goal line based on that last look. What a game so far for Hubner. Another touchdown. This game plan been executed to perfection.
8 seconds remaining in the first half.
How big was that mistake in the punting game?
Ethan Perry shanking it 13 yards. Gave K-State excellent field position. Jake Cantelli comes in for the extra point. And it's good. 21 straight points by Kansas State. They're leading the battle in time of possession, 23-7.
My love, you shine so bright.
For Kansas State. .22 seconds remaining.
Exactly how Bill Snyder drew it up.
This one fielded at the 20-yard line. And it's Kyle Hicks. He'll hop forward and get to the 35.
This defense has done a great job forcing a couple of turnovers, getting a stop. They've had 49 straight games they've won when leading at the half. That was snapped last week in a loss at Oklahoma State, but they are so good in the second half of the league.
Here's Boykin. In trouble. And Boykin gets it away and caught. Turpin